Nowadays, meditation is perceived almost, or rather, meditation would soon probably be perceived as something. It will be perceived as a natural phenomenon, as a natural practice. Yet, there is something much deeper to meditation than simply sitting, listening to your heartbeat, listening to your thoughts, observing them. There is something common that many deep thinkers have noticed, and each of us, ordinary people, could also notice in, quote, typical meditation. It is concentration. You constantly concentrate on some part of your body, concentrate on your breath, concentrate on your belly, you concentrate on your fingers, you concentrate on your nails, you concentrate on your butt, you concentrate on your thoughts, you concentrate on a particular word, you concentrate on particular sound, you concentrate on a particular mantra, It is undeniable that these types of meditation do actually calm your mind and bring peace. And that's truly powerful tool for many people who experience on a regular basis stress. But there is some practice rather, more rather, there is a practice which is one layer or two or 10 or million layers down the ordinary meditation. And those of you who are invested into the realm of spirituality, probably understand what I'm talking about, and it is a self-enquiry. Now, this is the extreme mode. You are now playing almost an extreme game. Whereas if you were playing a medium/hard game when you were just doing meditation, whether it be Kundalini or mantra or any other kind of deeper versions of meditation. Now Now what you're trying to do is to forget about concentration as you investigate the real nature of the one who is doing this concentrating stuff all the time while doing meditation. Famous person, not so famous, like, I don't know, Hollywood star or someone like Sadhguru or someone like Donald Trump, but still a very wise man whose name is Ramana Maharshi presented an renewed, so to say, view on self-enquiry, where he stated that in a simple kind of meditation we usually do when we concentrate on other part of our bodies, like when you try to activate your chakras. You concentrate on a particular part of your body. Can't remember the names of those, but those are located on your crown, in the center of your lobe, your abdomen, and some other places. You could search up those. So you concentrate on these specific parts of your body and try to activate something that will lead you to the greater you, so to say. But the greater you is not located in solar plexus or in your belly, or from activating, you won't get the real you out of activating all chakras. However, it is possible. But not through concentrating on just one part of your body. Because you are not just the belly, you are not just the forehead, you are not just your throat, you're not just your breath. Think of it. Who are you? Who's this thing, creature that thinks, that pays attention to something? Who is he? Who is she? When we concentrate on the parts of our body separately, there is a division. So, you are the subject who is observing, watching the object. So you concentrate on something, your attention is splitting. In other words, your open-mindedness, which is important in this practice, fades away, it perishes. You may notice that we do this division all the time. When we mean something by good and bad, when we critique somebody or something, this is a grand problem of reality, which is probably also called duality. But still there is a beauty to it, so we should not judge it or hate this innate capacity to make distinctions, but appreciate it. However, not become attached to this mode of living. So instead of focusing on some part of your body and thus focusing on the object, you focus on the subject. You focus on yourself. Again, we can take one lesson out of the ordinary meditations we usually hear, is that when your attention drifts away from the object, do not judge yourself for this. Just acknowledge that you have drifted off and return to the center of your attention. So we do the same here by asking, first of all, the question. The question which could be somewhat terrifying, could be baffling, thought-provoking, perhaps, but be careful to not get flooded away by the thoughts. So, by asking the question, who am I? Who is thinking thoughts? Who is it, or what is it? What is this phenomenon? What is, in other words, consciousness? When there is a consciousness, awareness of the thoughts, who is it really who is conscious of that? If it is you, then who are you? This is the mode of focusing on the subject rather than on the object. So, a more deeper version of meditation for getting to know who you are, to getting to know the truth, the most truthful truths, the most noble truth of all four truths presented by Buddha, that ever existed, will exist, and exists now. This is not a statement to abandon meditation, abandon praying, or any kind of spiritual practice which is done on a daily basis and which is more somewhat surface level, I guess, if we again divide the things on subject object. Eventually, after doing this kind of practice, the practice of self-inquiry, by entering into the realm of truth, when you finally understand, you grasp what is this, what is that, what is consciousness, what is this experience, to the level of its so-called fibers, if you can imagine them. Yeah, then by entering into even surface level meditations, your mind will be grounded, and thus your attention also will be centered on what is truth, what is real, basically on what is. And you'll start to see your life as it is and enjoy it. You start seeing no problems, but opportunities to show your creativity, be more creative with solving the issues. You will not be afraid, basically. You will not be afraid. You will be in total love with what is, with who you really are, with that self with capital S you might have saw on the internet many times. If you are a devoted follower of spirituality, and perhaps you will go somewhere beyond that idea of itself with capital S. And it is possible. So do not stop your progress and keep on even after just getting a glimpse, perhaps, of the truth. Grow up, so to say. If we refer to the Ken Wilber system of integral thinking, when we get to know the truth, we are waking up. But how we perceive that truth depends on how we are grown up. As an example, we might give you an event of enlightenment that happens to a Christian, a Muslim, who was totally devoted to the group itself. So a more surface level thinking. So that person might perceive the things that are written in the holy books literally, and of course, one might think that there is a deep meaning behind the words, but that person would not really inquire into the depths and just accept everything on a shallow level. So, as a devoted prayer, that person gets at some point enlightened. But that person may actually get the wrong idea about what just happened. The Christian might think that, well, I saw Jesus himself. Yeah. And that is truth. Or Muslim might say, he or she saw Allah. This is also purely true. But again, remember the subject and object. So in this case, again, there is distinction. Me subject, Jesus or Allah or Yahweh or Buddha or Shiva or any other deity we perceive separate from ourselves is object. And thus it does not really make the whole thing truthful in this case. When we want to grow up, we want to integrate our thinking so that we understand everything on a more subtle level than just the surface, and accept everything not just as a surface level phenomenon, but with intricacies, like a tree, for instance. I'll always refer to the tree example because it is very universal. We may perceive tree as something quite ordinary. Yeah, we may know that it looks natural. It is the nature itself, representing itself as a plant. It is beneficial for the reasons of air circulation that a tree does, and thus we can breathe a clean air and all that stuff we know. But as we get more deeper and deeper, we start to understand that this is a whole organism. This is not just a simple stick sticking out, so to say, out of the ground and just being there so that animals come down to it, piss or poo underneath it, and eventually humans get there and cut it so that they can manufacture something out of it. Now, there is something a lot intricate and complex about it. And what is it? What is it? Huh? What is it then? What's its essence? What is it? What is it. The same thing, you should question yourself. Think of yourself as the tree. But actually, do not be a tree, be yourself. In this case. But I think you got it, got the idea. Ask yourself who you are and try to sense, not literally, again, answer the question. Although at some point when you get the truth, you may get a vivid answer onto this question in your head. It is quite possible, but do not just straight away try to find a solution. Like 2 plus 2 equals 4. It's not a math, it's not chemistry, it's not science. It's you. You are searching the real you. Hopefully you'll find it.